It's time to look this monster in the face, the Vatican spokesman Alessandro Gisotti said at the beginning of what will be one of the most watched weeks in Rome, when 190 bishops from around the world meet with Pope Francis to discuss the sex abuse crisis. 17 years after American bishops first came to Rome in 2002 to meet with John Paul II about sex abuse, the Vatican has finally decided it's time to make sure all countries in the world are on the same page.
Protection of the minor.
Jesuit priest Father Federico Lombardi, the moderator of the three-day meeting, says continuing revelations of sex abuse throughout the world make the meeting necessary.
There are continually crises, new and new, that demonstrate also to the people of God and to the entire people that the problem is coming out, is coming to the surface in the different lands and situations.
The Pope and the Vatican have tried to downplay expectations for the meeting, but international pressure on them is mounting.
I think we need to avoid a misunderstanding. That is, the misunderstanding is, in these 3 days, we will solve every problem.
Organizers say that the meeting will focus on bringing bishops up to speed on responsibility, accountability, and transparency. And there will be testimony from sex abuse survivors. And Pope Francis has asked bishops participating in the meeting to meet with survivors in their home countries before coming to Rome. But Jesuit Father Hans Zollner, a member of the organizing committee, says the challenges of addressing the problem in different countries and cultures is great.
A volte sento dire ancora.
It's still common to hear, not only from religious people, that the problem in their country doesn't exist.
Father Zollner says that even in countries where the problem is acknowledged, like the United States, norms and laws are not enough to stop it. For decades, the Church has been accused of being silent, handling sex abuse cases internally rather than calling police.
It's a question of how to change attitudes. And that is much more difficult than changing a law and thinking that that is the solution.
Pope Francis on Sunday called the protection of children an urgent challenge for our times, and he will be present throughout the meeting. A small step on a long road for survivors, Catholic faithful, and for the Vatican. Delia Gallagher, CNN, Rome.